Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to share one of my mask techniques. I start out by pressing my fabric really good, making sure I don't have any wrinkles or any creases in any of the parts of the design. This is my pattern template that I use, and I'm cutting out the front of the mask that I want to make today. This one just so happens to be a Steelers that I'm videoing. And I just basically cut around the sides, and as you can see I put it at the corner so it's that much easier to cut out. Now what I'm doing is cutting my interfacing. My interfacing is going to go in between my two fabrics that I'm going to use. You can choose not to use the interfacing. You can just use two high quality cotton fabrics if you like. Now this is my inner side that I'm cutting, and as you can see I placed it on the corner again to make it much easier to cut out. Okay, there we go. Now that little corner tip was a little difficult to cut, and as you can see I used my paper clips, and this part right here is demonstrating on how you're going to sew. And as you can see I went ahead and took it to my machine and I sewed down that circular part, and I'm just turning it inside out to show you how it looks. And each piece, that's how it's going to look in the front of the mask. Now what I want to do is put the good parts facing one another, and then I'm going to put the interfacing on the back. Again, I'm going to put right sides together and then add the interfacing to the back of it. Then I'm going to line them up and pin around it using my Wonder Clips. I call it safety pins at first but my Wonder Clips, I like them because it's easy to maneuver and keep things in place as well if you really don't feel like using pins, but I will use some pins soon. And I'm still pinning. I put a lot of pins on to make sure nothing shifts while I'm sewing, and I'm going to sew straight across there, and I'm going to go around this curve as you can see, and I want to make some snips because it's circular. I want it to be able to turn around without stretching the thread or anything like that. And I just take my time and I put small slits in because, like I said, it's a long circular part that I want to be able to turn it around. Then I cut my excess off the ends because it's easier to go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to turn my fabric inside out. This is, take your time with that. Okay, now it's starting to come to shape, and I go ahead and put my Wonder Clips on the outside because actually you can press the edges down, but I like how the Wonder Clip kind of just holds them in place. And right here you can do a top stitch going across the bottom, and then you can go across the top and do a top stitch. Now I have a braided elastic band that I'm using. This is just for purposes of the video, but I'm cutting this one in half because I don't want it to be too thick, and again I'm using the braided elastic to be able to cut through, that way it doesn't shred and fall apart. Or you can just get you a smaller 1/4 elastic if you can find some. Then you can press it some more. No problem with pressing. So now what I'm going to do is attach the elastic band. What I do is I fold everything under, put the Wonder Clip in the middle, and then I start pinning my elastic band down, and I use my pins because when I go over this part with my machine, I don't have to worry about the elastics coming out or shifting any kind of way. And when I go sew over it, I like to go individually over each elastic and do a zigzag, and then I go do a straight stitch to finish my product on the end. And once you finish this step, you have your wonderful masterwear. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to come back with my other technique that I use, because this is one that you do when you don't have many to make. But if you're going to make more than one, I'm going to come back with my other technique. That one cuts back on time. That way you can make as many as you need. Just cut, prep, and prepare. But again, thank you so much. Check out my Pinterest video and pictures of my mask at Thrifty Virgo Lefted.